Hello everyone, it's Meg Walkthrough Master, and let's continue on like right away because I spent 20 minutes on the last one and I really don't want to go over like 11 or 12 minutes. So let's jump right in. Pull that synth already. If you want to know which synth it is, it's right here. It's called the Pulverisateur. The good old days of Audiotool. No one uses this that much anymore. It's quite sad because it's really good. You can do some stuff off of this. Now, what synthesizers are is just oscillators, literally. Here we got we got 3 different oscillators, and you can turn them all on. You can all create different sounds. An oscillator is literally just a sound, and if you recall, you would press add track and then Pulverisateur, and then you can only do note track, and note track's pretty simple. If you click here, you'll notice that it automatically comes up as soon as you pull it out because it's special and it loves you, and it says notes. So if you were to double click here and create it onto the timeline, it would come up. And this is where MIDI probably would be a little more healthy to use, but it's not there. We don't have an MIDI keyboard, so I can't show you. But if you go here, you notice you have your keyboard. It's the 5th octave, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st, all that stuff. We're just going to stick around the 5th. Notice here you have your keyboard, and here's C and D and all your favorite letters. Click and you'll notice a little sound speaker thing comes up when you're over the keys. You can click this to hear what sound it is, so if you're just making up your own melody, it would come up like that whenever you click down. Now to permanently make that a note, you would come over here onto your timeline where the red shaded region is, and you go like that. And I don't know, create your own little tune and do whatever you want. And I'll teach you how to make these notes smaller so you could do like 8th note like regions and 16 notes or 32 notes if you really care. I thought I fixed my dry throat problem. It's not fixed. I may just have to stop after this one. First of all, if you were to play this, it would be, and I don't like that actually. I really don't. But I'm sorry. I'm just falling off track right now. Completely falling off track. Alright, let's say you want to create a weird chord thing like this, and it just sounds. That's basically all I did. I just made a chord thing. That's what it sounds like. It sounds very basic. It's easy and boring, and that's about all I can say about that. What you'll notice here, and this is why it's a good reason to have the repeat function, just so I can click here and go kaboom, and if you press play, it just plays over and over again. It's really annoying now. Anyways, so here, let's screw around a little bit. Level is basic volume. So for say, if you were to click it and drag it down, it would slowly disappear, and then you could bring it back up. It's basically where it was. Okay, so if you notice, a lot of people screw up here. It's pointing like this, and it's a little circular knob, so people will be like, you can't spin it around, okay? In order to move it, you have to click it and drag down, as if you were bringing it down in numbers. And you'd have to drag up as if you're going up. I mean, it's really easy. Here is tune. This is literally where you do everything you want. to your oscillator. Here, let's say you're going to play, and tune's really easy. Everyone knows what tune is. I sound really messed up. I've been talking too much. Excuse me. Alright. Alright. If you click here, and you were to listen to this annoyingly over and over again, I'm going to turn it down, and you go, pull it down, you notice the changes in tune. It'll go up forever and ever. It's really annoying things. I'm going to click back just so it goes back to normal. And it's still really basic. And you're going to have to do some major like learning knowledge of sustain and release and decay and attack. You're going to need to learn everything, and I may do this in a super advanced tutorial. We're going to get into advanced tutorials, but first I'm going through the basics of every single thing, and then we'll get into advanced tutorials. But let's continue on. Tune is basic. Here is where you change octaves. Instead of having to go down an octave, let's say on this keyboard, and you'd have to go down here to change an octave, you can just change the octave really quickly. Whoa, really quickly on this. So you're listening to this annoying crap, and you're like, it needs to go down one octave. There you go. Turn it. It can go down 3 octaves lower. Whoa, that sounds weird. And then it sounds like that. Whoa. But it's really basic too. You can do whatever you want with that. Here is where it gets so cool. This is where you get everything. I believe this is a sine wave right here. It's blowing right past my mind what they're called. I know this is sine. I want to say sine. It may be saw. Saw, sine, and one other thing. Go away. That's saw right there. And I have to say that this is... that is square. This is sine. That's saw, and this I believe is sine. Yeah. So sine would be right about here. Saw right there and square right here. Square is where you hear all that 8-bit music. Blah, 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 blah. You can play some Mario off of that synth. This is where it gets interesting, though. You can turn on multiple oscillators. So let's say you wanted to have a second sound playing at the same time to mix sounds around. And you wanted to make another sound. Let's say you wanted that sound to play with the square sound. You want to make it sine along. Say it would be an octave lower, playing the same exact thing. So it'd suddenly sound like this. You would hear 2 sounds at the same time. Instead of just that one sound. If you turn this off, it would sound completely different. As opposed to this. Now you can do it up to 3 times. You can turn on your oscillator 3. And you can, I don't know, you can add another saw, or you can add in between, and I don't know, bring it up an octave this time, and it would be like, I don't know, do what you want. It's good if you want to make video music. That's what I call this synth. I call it the video game music synth. And that's basic is. Now we're going to go through one more function that a lot of people use this thing for before the new synthesizer came out. And we're going to turn off all of these. We literally don't, whatever, go away. No one cares about these notes kind of thing. A lot of time when you hear hear electronic music, you hear white noise in it. And you tend to wonder, I wonder how they got their white noise. Well, it's simple. For Audiotool's purpose, and the easiest way to come up with white noise, there's this beautiful thing right next to these 3 oscillators called noise. Oh my god. You turn that on, and then you're to go to here, and you listen to this. They literally all sound the same. It's just never any noise. So let's say you wanted to just add some white noise in the background. There you go. Never ending white noise. And I'm out of time. And I'm gonna do another small follow-up video after this to teach you about the timeline and notes, so you can figure out how to set long periods of notes without having to come up with a new thing each time. So watch out for that. And thanks guys for watching. Until next time, so long.